I'm going to welcome the Chair of ICT Geelong, Nick Stanley, to the stage, who's going to take us through the winners of the ICT Geelong Invention Test. Please join me in welcoming Nick Stanley.
Thanks, Monty. I thought you were going to say quality and quantity, but anyway. So I have the enjoyment of actually awarding some very large cheques this afternoon for the winners of the IT Invention Test Award. I will note that they are actually large in the sense that they're novelty. In fact, not the actual quantity. But that said, jokes aside, it's a program that we're very proud to support and that we have some great supporters in, and is the $50,000 IT Invention Test, which we're very proud to have here in Geelong. And I think EMEA is now in its sixth year of operation. So I am here for a good time and not a long time. So I've got to keep the words to a minimum, and I've got to get through 3 awards. So we actually have 3 elements that we provide an award on. And I'll invite various sponsors and partners up to issue those. Before I do that, though, I wanted to just talk about ICT Geelong a little bit, just to give you a heads up on what ICT Geelong's all about, what its charter is, and to reflect on some of the concepts we've heard here today, and some of the language from the Mayor in terms of the Silicon Bay and concepts like that. Before we do that, I just wanted to reflect on the fantastic quality of speakers that we've seen here today. I think it's been absolutely amazing. And I was just reflecting earlier on Robert saying, "Are you scared now?" And when he said, "Are you scared now?" I thought, no, yeah, sort of a little. And then when Adam talked, then I got really scared. And I figure that those who've left us have actually gone home to check their computers and to make sure that they aren't being pilfered as we speak. So on to ICT Geelong, a little bit about what ICT Geelong's all about. It was established in 2009. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 various chairs over the years, and some great support from previously Craig Hill and now our General Manager, Amir Khatub, who I'll invite up shortly. The charter of ICT Geelong is fourfold. So its main point of existence is around investment, attraction and infrastructure. It's about R&D and commercialisation, skills and education, and also, and importantly, in terms of certainly what the Mayor said today, building an entrepreneurial ecosystem. I did want to take the opportunity to just mention briefly around the skills and education subgroup. One of our key members in ICT Geelong, the Gordon Tafe, has recently acquired a NAO robot training aid, which will feed beautifully into the skills and education subgroup and is a great outcome in terms of the capacity to be able to lead initiatives around coding and robotics training, which is yet another string to our bow. A couple of things about, I guess, ICT Geelong as well in terms of initiatives that we've led. Obviously, the $50,000 IT Invention Test, which we'll be awarding some large cheques for today. Also the Geelong Angel Investor Network, which has made now 2 investments, so it's 12 months into its incorporation, and is providing a very good opportunity for both local businesses and those outside of Geelong to look at Geelong as an actual destination for funding, which is an attractant. And also the Startup Geelong Fund, which is another initiative which we're leading, which is striking at the heart of the Silicon Bay concept. And so another element that I wanted to talk about is the partnership that we have with Skill in the Bay. And this is a great initiative that we have locally, and is part of the transformation exercise as we see some of the more old school, let's say, manufacturing-based businesses start to wind up and to change their focus and to move on, and to see digital businesses and others take the place as we transform the local economy. So Skill in the Bay has been a key advocate for that, and in partnership with ICT Geelong has been able to provide support and funding for the Pivot Summit. And this has occurred under the Skilling for Business Success element of the program. And it's very important that I just mention this to you because it's a key element early on in the, I guess, big, hairy, audacious goal, or BHAG, of conducting the Pivot Summit, which was concocted in Leighton's mind only 3.5 months ago, which then has resulted in us all being here today and witnessing these great speakers. So the Skill in the Bay program, in partnership with ICT Geelong, is going to see 10 major events over the next 2 years, which are aimed at fostering entrepreneurship and innovation in the Geelong region, which is a great opportunity. ICT Geelong itself will facilitate 5 forums and 5 innovation masterclasses to motivate small and medium enterprises to develop entrepreneurial orientation, knowledge and skills. So what we've seen here today is a direct byproduct of an element of that this morning. I believe we had a certain number of the presentations this morning, which were actually a key part of the ICT Geelong and Skill in the Bay's Entrepreneurship Forum series, and is something that we'll be continuing on with another, I think, 4 of those to come. And then tomorrow we're holding a masterclass, which is the adjunct to that to the forum, and which will be held at My Business Sky Software, to invite, I think, around about 38 people, thereabouts, to come in and to participate in our masterclass and to learn more about some of the great sort of concepts we've seen here today. So that's a little bit about ICT Geelong, and I think I've probably covered just about everything that is worth covering there, Amir. Yeah, good. Okay, thank you. So what I'd like to do now is to go through the awarding of the various large cheques. So we've got 3 prize areas. The first is the best seed entry, which is a new category we introduced this year, which is to encourage a very early stage commercialisation. We have one which is specifically about Geelong, which is the best Geelong region pitch, and then we have the overall grand prize winner. And we'll invite now Amir Katoub, who's the General Manager of ICT Geelong, Councillor Rod McDonald, and Todd Hoover's up to the stand. I think you folks can all come up at the same time, and then we'll just maybe go through and issue the prizes. If you want to grab the large novelty cheques, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so the best seed entry, which, as I indicated, is a prize which is focused on that very, very early stage nucleus, and which is the fission, and in a lot of cases, the most important element of startup activity, and often the hardest element, because it is that leap of faith, which is what sort of defines the entrepreneur, but which is where you don't really have that safety net. And that's something that is very important that we encourage locally, both from a regional point of view, but also from a national point of view, with as many facilities as we can provide to offer, that safety net, so that we can see more and more people make these disruptive businesses that are going to start to replace the more older school businesses we're seeing sort of moving on. And so the best seed entry this year, and should I mention what the actual prize is? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So I think for this one, the prize has actually been donated by Startup Cloud, which is Todd Hoover's business here, and the awardee gets 6 months of free space in the incubator, gets to participate in the masterclass, also membership of ICT Geelong, and also 2 further tickets to 2 forums and 2 innovation masterclasses. And I'm proud to announce that the award goes to Sven Crome for iTrackMe. Thank you very much. And so iTrackMe is a customer relationship tool for eye surgery centres, keeping potential customers in the loop by providing free and easy to use vision tests. So congratulations, Sven. Okay, and so the next award goes for the best Geelong region pitch, and this is a joint sponsorship from the City of Greater Geelong and also from the Geelong Angel Investor Network. And the prize for this one is, in fact, $5,000 and a host of other things that go along with that, which I won't bore you with, but there's definitely some great value in that. And I'm happy to announce that the winner of this one, in fact, is Dr. Ajit Singh for CNS Dose. And CNS Dose is a system to reduce trial and error antidepressants with genetics, which sounds very interesting. Oh, you'd like me in the picture as well. Okay, and now on to the grand prize. I don't imagine we've organised a drum roll? No? Okay. All right. Thank you. So the overall winner gets a $10,000 cash prize and a whole host of other things that go along with that, but, you know, the cash is the most important thing, as we all know, to startups. And I am very pleased to announce that the winner is Alberto Rizzoli from iPoly. Thank you very much. I knew I was going to stuff that up. Artificial Intelligence for the Blind. So congratulations to iPoly. And I did take a look at the iPoly one. Was really impressive. It's going along the lines of sort of what Robert was showing earlier on, and it uses recognition and uses a database of images. So you can hold your phone up to an image, and it's got a database of over 3 million images, and it will actually tell you what it is that you're looking at. So you just hold it up, you take the picture, and then it will tell you, you know, that I think the example was a pair of iPhones, earphones, and it tells you iPhone earphones, which is, you know, very powerful for someone with who's sight impaired. So congratulations on that. I think that's a fantastic thing. So to, I think, round that out, and I think I've probably just about overstayed my welcome, I just wanted to thank in particular the City of Greater Geelong and Councillor Rod McDonald. Rod has been a fantastic supporter of ICT Geelong, as has the City of Greater Geelong, and as you would have seen represented by comments made by the Mayor today. But when rubber hits the road, Rod in particular is the one who makes a lot of the stuff happen, and is a key supporter and the main sponsor of the IT Invention Test. So thank you very much to Rod in particular, and also to Startup Cloud and the Geelong Angel Investor Network. So thank you very much to our sponsors.